Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Listen to English channel. We have something very different for you today. Usually, we focus on structured lessons or short stories. But today, we are diving deep into a long-form listening challenge designed specifically for the B2 upper intermediate level. This means the vocabulary will be richer, the idioms more frequent, and the concepts a bit more abstract than everyday conversation. The text is also significantly longer than usual to build your stamina. If you can follow this entire video, your listening skills are in an excellent place. Before we hand over the microphone, if you enjoy these deeper dives into the English language, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. It really helps support the channel. Now, for today's topic, we all remember what it was like to be 13 or 14. It's that strange time when you start seeing the world clearly, and you realize that the adults in charge don't always make sense, especially regarding the small, everyday details of life. Today, we are joined by Leo. Leo is broadcasting from what he calls his secure bunker, his bedroom. He has prepared a detailed, extended analysis of what he calls the adult error code. It's a funny, insightful, and sometimes frustrating look at the daily absurdities of living with parents. Settle in, get comfortable. This is a long one. Let's listen to Leo.
Hello world. Testing, testing. Is this thing transmitting past the parental firewall? Okay, good. I'm Leo. Welcome to the Underground Teen Broadcast. I'm coming to you live from the only secure location left in the house, my bedroom with the door double locked and a chair wedged under the handle, just in case. If you are listening to this, you are probably in that weird biological zone between childhood and adulthood. You're too old for toys, but too young to have any actual freedom or privacy. You're constantly being told these are the best years of your life by adults who look totally exhausted and haven't smiled since 2004. Today, I'm not here just to complain about homework or chores. Okay, maybe I will complain a little bit, but my main goal today is scientific analysis. I want to perform a deep dive autopsy on a subject that baffles scientists and philosophers alike, the daily logic of the adult mind. Specifically, we need to talk about the bizarre logic gap between Gen Z and our parents regarding the small, mundane details of existence. Why do they prioritize things that seem utterly meaningless to us? Are they operating on an outdated operating system that hasn't been patched since the 1990 seconds? Let's start with the physical world. The house, the battlefield of daily expectations. The most perfect, infuriating example of the adult-teen disconnect is a ritual that happens every single morning in millions of homes globally. It is the ultimate exercise in futility. I am talking, of course, about making the bed. Now, I want you to really listen to the adult rationale on this. My mom doesn't just say make the bed. She gives a TED Talk about it. She says, Leo, a made bed sets the tone for the day. It is the first task completed. It shows discipline. It creates an environment of order. Okay, I understand the vocabulary she is using. Discipline, order, fine. But let's analyze the actual function of a bed. A bed is a tool. It is a piece of furniture meant for comfort, warmth, and unconsciousness. Here is the reality of the situation. I sleep in the bed for approximately 8 hours. It gets messy because I am a living, breathing human organism and I move when I dream. I wake up, I leave the bed. Approximately 16 hours later, I will return to the exact same spot to mess it up again. So, I ask you, why am I spending valuable morning minutes I could be sleeping or eating or staring at a wall, contemplating the meaningless nature of existence, arranging pillows that nobody will see? And it's not just pulling up the sheets. Oh no, in my house, there are decorative pillows. These are pillows that are not for sleeping. Their only purpose is to sit on the bed during the day looking fancy and then be moved onto the floor at night. They are high-maintenance furniture pets. It makes absolutely no sense. It is inefficient. It is illogical. It's like tying your shoelaces just to take your shoes off 5 minutes later. To a teenage mind focused on practicality, making the bed is a performative act. It's theater. It's about looking organized rather than being efficient. Adults seem obsessed with the aesthetics of order. They want the house to look like a museum exhibit where nobody actually lives. If I leave a book on the coffee table, it's clutter and a sign of my declining moral character. If my dad leaves 5 remote controls, 3 newspapers from last week, and a half-empty coffee mug in the same spot, it's called his system, and I am forbidden from touching it. The hypocrisy is breathtaking. This obsession with appearance over reality extends to how they want us to look and feel, too. It's not just the house, it's our bodies. Let's talk about the wear a jacket battle. This is a universal experience. Picture the scene. It is a mild autumn day outside, maybe 15 or 16 degrees Celsius. The sun is shining, birds are singing. I am perfectly comfortable in my favorite hoodie. I feel great. I am ready to walk out the door to school. Suddenly, a shadow blocks the exit. It is my mother, holding a winter coat designed for an Arctic expedition. It's puffy, it's heavy, and it's probably meant for survival in negative 40 degrees. Put on the coat, Leo, she says, with that tone that means there is no negotiation. It's freezing out there. You'll catch a cold. Now in my head, my internal monologue is screaming science facts. I want to say, Mother, biologically speaking, the common cold is caused by viruses, rhinoviruses, coronaviruses, not by slightly chilly breezes hitting my neck. And secondly, I have a teenage metabolism that runs hotter than a nuclear reactor right now. If I wear that giant sleeping bag you call a coat, I will sweat. Then, the sweat will freeze against my skin, and then I will actually get hypothermia and die. But you can't say that. You cannot use logic or biology against parental anxiety. Their need for you to look warm outweighs your actual sensory experience of being warm. They don't care that I am currently comfortable. They care that they feel cold looking at me. It's another example of them prioritizing their internal model of how the world should be over the reality standing in front of them. They want control over an uncontrollable environment. And since they can't control the weather patterns, they control my layers. So I wear the giant coat, I sweat profusely on the bus, and I arrive at school looking like a damp marshmallow. Thanks, Mom. Welcome back to the bunker after that brief thermal meltdown. Let's move to the second major malfunction in the adult operating system, perhaps the most frustrating one of all, technology. This is where the hypocrisy reaches dangerous radioactive levels. We, the teenagers, are constantly told that we are addicted to screens. You're always on that phone, my dad says, looking up from his iPad where he has been aggressively scrolling through Facebook news feeds for the last 2.5 hours, getting angry at political opinions from people he went to high school with 30 years ago. The adult definition of screen time is fascinatingly biased. When I am on my phone, I am apparently wasting my potential, rotting my brain, or destroying my social skills. When they are on their phones, they are staying informed, checking important emails, or connecting with family. Do they not realize that when I am on my phone, I am also connecting? I'm not just staring at pixels. I'm talking to my friends in a complex group chat that requires high-level diplomacy. I'm strategizing in a real-time strategy game with teammates from 3 different continents. I'm watching a tutorial on how to edit videos or code in Python. My screen time is active, social, and often educational. Their screen time often seems to just be passively consuming anger and cat videos. And then there is the ultimate technological misunderstanding. The one that causes the most fights in my house. The pause button delusion. This is a universal struggle for every gamer in the 21st century. Adults genuinely cannot grasp the concept that the internet is live. Scenario: I am in the middle of an intense, ranked online multiplayer match. It is the final round. There are 19 other real human beings depending on me. The tension is unbearable. Mom yells from downstairs, "Leo, dinner in 5 minutes. Pause that game right now and come set the table." Me panic in my voice. "I can't pause it, Mom. It's online. These are real people. I can't just freeze time for 19 other humans." "Mom, I don't care about those people. Just press the pause button." They think everything is like a Netflix show or an old VHS tape. They think we are just being disobedient and difficult. They don't understand that asking me to pause an online game is like running onto a football field during the World Cup final and asking the referee to stop the match because you need someone to take out the trash. It's impossible and it's deeply embarrassing, but to them, it's just me being addicted. We are nearing the end of our transmission, but we have to cover 2 more critical errors in adult logic: time and social fakeness. Let's talk about time management. Have you noticed that adults are simultaneously obsessed with being perfectly on time, yet they are constantly making us wait? I call it the hurry up and wait paradox. If we have a family dinner at my aunt's house at 6 p.m., the panic in my house starts at 3 p.m. The atmosphere becomes toxic. "Leo, put on your shoes. Why aren't you ready? We have to leave now," my dad yells, running around the house looking for car keys that are already in his hand. The adrenaline is pumping. It feels like we are evacuating a war zone before a bomb goes off. I rush. I throw on my uncomfortable nice clothes. I put on my shoes. I stand by the front door, sweating in the giant Arctic coat I was forced to wear, ready to go at 5 p.m. sharp. And then, what happens? I wait. I stand there for 20 minutes. Suddenly, there is no rush. My mom decides now is the perfect time to water the plants that haven't been watered in a month. My dad decides he needs to check his email just one last time or adjust the thermostat by 1 degree. I am standing by the door, contemplating the meaningless nature of time, realizing that the urgency was fake. My theory is this: adults project their own time anxiety onto us. They are terrible at estimating how long things take, so they need us to be ready absurdly early so they have a buffer zone for their own inevitable delays. We are just punctuation marks in their poorly scheduled sentences. Their time is valuable currency. Our time is just loose change that can be wasted standing in a hallway. And finally, this leads to the ultimate adult absurdity: social performance art. This usually happens when guests are coming over. People my parents might not even like that much. 2 hours before the guests arrive, the house transforms into a totalitarian regime. We have to clean things that aren't even dirty. I am dusting baseboards nobody will ever look at. "Leo, get your school bag off the floor." If Aunt Sharon sees a school bag, she will think we are savages. We scream at each other. We are miserable. The house must look perfect. Then the doorbell rings. Ding dong. Instant transformation. It's terrifying. My mom's voice goes up 2 octaves into a fake cheerful soprano. My dad, who was just purple with rage about the school bag, opens the door with a giant winning smile. "Sharon, Bill, so lovely to see you. Come in, come in. Oh, please forgive the mess. Our house is chaotic." The house is spotless because you just enslaved your children to clean it for 2 hours. It's a performance. It's the everything is fine and we are a perfect family theater show. And we, the teens, are forced to participate as supporting actors. We have to come downstairs, shake hands, make eye contact, answer the same 3 robotic questions. How is school? Good. Getting tall, aren't you? Yes, that's how biology works. And then we are dismissed back to our rooms like props that are no longer needed on stage. Why this desperate need to impress people with a fake version of our lives? Why is the appearance of perfection more important than the reality of being relaxed? Okay, I've been pretty harsh on the adults today. The bunker is running out of oxygen. To wrap this up, let me offer a B2 level hypothesis on why they are like this regarding these small, daily things. I don't think they are evil overlords trying to make us miserable with coats and decorative pillows. I think the terrifying truth is this: They are just winging it. They don't actually have a secret instruction manual for life. They are just older kids who now have mortgages and back pain and terrifying levels of responsibility. When they obsess over making the bed or wearing a jacket or impress guests, it's because those are small things they can control in a world that feels totally uncontrollable to them. They are scared. They want everything to be okay, and somehow, in their minds, a tidy bed equals a tidy life. Their logic is completely flawed, their methods are outdated, their understanding of online gaming is tragic, but their intentions usually are good. So, the next time your dad tells you to pause an online game, try not to scream. Just take a deep breath. Realize he is operating on very old software, and maybe, just maybe, cut him some slack. This is Leo, signing off from the underground bunker. I have to go move some decorative pillows off my bed so I can actually sleep in it. Stay strong out there.
Wow, that was quite a journey through the teenage perspective on daily life. If you made it to the very end of this video, I want to sincerely congratulate you. This was an absolute marathon of a listening session. Leo spoke quickly, used a lot of sarcasm, complex sentence structures, and thematic vocabulary related to psychology and domestic life. Understanding a long, unstructured, slightly ranting monologue like this is a major milestone in mastering the B2 level. You should be incredibly proud of your focus today. Leo's perspective, while funny, also forces us to think about communication gaps. Whether you are a teenager agreeing with every word, or an adult realizing you might be guilty of some of these behaviors regarding coats or pausing games, the key takeaway is empathy. To help us keep creating ambitious, long-form English content like this, please give this video a like and make sure you are subscribed. It really helps the algorithm find other dedicated learners like you. And now, we want to hear your voice in the comments. This is the best part. If you are a younger listener, what is the #1 daily thing adults do that makes absolutely no sense to you? Is it the cleaning? The clothes? The technology? If you are an older listener, do you admit to doing any of these things? Do you have a defense for the decorative pillow logic? Let's get a fun debate going in the comments section below. Thanks for listening. Great job today, and see you in the next video.